What's up, y'all? Blade from Ready Clips here, bringing you our next war recap against the clan Beady.eye. Uh, One came up a little, a bit short of the perfect, which was, disappointing after having two straight and feeling pretty tough. But we definitely had a defensive mismatch here. These guys had max defenses. Only difference between these bases, all the way down through 12, were their wall levels, wall and hero levels. So our weights are nothing like that. I mean, I don't know if we even have max defenses down through 6 or whatever. But anyways, no big deal. We did pretty well. Our top guys who are always 3-starring the other max bases did pretty well, as you can see here. And just sort of struggle with a couple of these lower max bases where our mid and lower nines were just having a little bit of trouble getting up and getting those. So no big deal. Now the unfortunate thing is, per usual, replays were wiped when they did maintenance and brought us the 1 gem boost for barracks and all that stuff. So that sucks, but it is what it is. So I only have two replays for you. Even though the war, we've been getting really good at getting our hits in early. We've been preaching that pretty hard for a little while, because it was getting frustrating when we'd have 20 attacks left, and with 4 hours to go in the war, it was just a real madhouse trying to coordinate and get people in and hitting the bases they needed to. So we've been trying to be really on top of that and doing better at getting our attacks in early. So way over half of our attacks were done last night before the maintenance break hit. So just a couple 3 stars to show, but I'm going to show them both and give these guys props. So Sway comes in here. The one thing, these guys did have 3 8.5s. These guys had really great hero levels and a ton of war wins. Like, I think over 250 war wins. We were a little nervous when we saw the clan and their hero levels and all that. But it turned out their attacking was just awful. But anyway, so Sway comes down here for this guy who's an 8.5. So a little bit of almost a bully attack. I mean, an 8.5 doesn't have a whole great chance against a base, or as a base against a attacker like Sway, and Sway is pretty beast. So so he comes in here, going in after that queen, puts down the jump, poison to work on the CC, and while his kill squad are killing them, his king walks, which hurts a little bit, but the queen was working on golems, I think, so wizards had absolutely no problem getting in there and taking her down. And Sway was boring without his queen. He had her upgrading, and was kind of, I think, waiting to get this hit in to make sure he didn't have to gem up his queen. And we had the war well in hand by this point. Interesting base. I mean, overall Town Hall 8 level defenses, except max Teslas. So that was kind of crazy. They had actually a lot of these 8.5s, I think, had max Teslas, which was pretty interesting. But overall, I mean, this little hog raid, three heals, 1 jump to go in and get that queen, and this base was done for. I mean, it was so compact. Just doing the hog drops like you did, just went in there and absolutely tore that apart. So nice hit, Sway. All right. And one more Town Hall 8 cleanup. I think it was actually 16. Yeah, Neon. So haven't shown him in a little while. Just giving him a break because he was in all of our early war recaps because he was constantly putting up 6-star wars. And I always try to reward the 6-star guys, but I figured, he gets enough press. But he was one of the only ones, like I said, to not have his 3-star replay wiped. So got to go ahead and show this again. So he goes ahead, poisons down the CC. Oh, excuse me. Does the double poison one at a time, kills that CC pretty easily, and starts with his Go-Ho. Single Golem coming in from the top, whiz down behind it, clearing out some trash, and we're going to start seeing his hogs drop here pretty quickly. No real double giant bombs or anything to go for, just just letting that Golem do a bunch of tanking while his whiz come in and take down a portion of the base. And starts with pretty much a 3-finger drop there, or I guess it was almost a 4-finger drop. Still has 5 hogs in the bag. Drops these heals early, which is I think a best practice as an 8. Get those early, keep those hogs up from the get go, and they do run into two of the giant bombs there, so it works out really nicely. Saves that last heal for the last spot that is likely to have the giant bomb. Guesses it right. I think he did actually have some feedback from our guy who had hit this base originally. So I think he might have had a clue in on those, but didn't have the replay to look at it to verify. But yeah, and that is it. And Neon saves some whiz for a cleanup at the end, and this one's game over. So nice hit, Neon, as always. And that's all I have for you, because every other replay is wiped out. So sorry about that. There is one more replay that you can watch in the last video that I put up. It is a good one. So if you want to see some more action from this war, I do highly encourage you to check that one out. It is a great time. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed that video. Hope you all enjoyed this recap, and I will be back with another one before you know it. Till then, peace.